AITA for telling my SIL to stop overstepping? For some background/context, I, Eve 30F, and my husband William 36M, have been together for 10 years, married for 3, and have a beautiful daughter, Lizzie, 9 years old. I love my family. My daughter is so amazing, funny, and just generally amazing to be around. My husband dotes on me and our daughter. There's never a day we go without laughter in our house. My husband's brother, Jack 46M, has been married to Madison 35F for 2 years, together for 8 years, and I can't say their marriage is an equal or happy one. My Bill works 12-hour days and plays video games when he gets home, and that is it. I can't remember the last time he took Madison out for a date or even complimented her or spent time with her kids. When Madison talks about her husband, it's always with a strained smile. 3 months ago, I found out I was pregnant. William and I were overjoyed, and our daughter was over the freaking moon. We tried to hide it so we could tell friends and family later on, but the morning sickness was too much, so we just told the family. Madison was bringing snacks and keeping me company. It felt nice to have a support system since most of my family is out of town. Unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, after getting an appointment, we had our first scan and found out that my pregnancy was ectopic, and my life was in danger due to the size of our baby. My tube was about to burst. I had to be rushed for an emergency surgery. I was transferred to another hospital, and I told William to stay home with our daughter because she will need her daddy. William was reluctant, but went home to look after our daughter. The morning of my surgery, Madison was with me. She was comforting me and keeping my mind off of things. We were talking about our kids when they were little, and I got a little teary-eyed. That's when Madison said, "William should be here." I told her that William was where I needed him to be, getting the house sorted for my long, comfortable stay in bed, as he'd put it. I told Maddie I appreciate her concern, but William is doing what I've asked him to do and is supporting me the best way he knows. She didn't say anything more after that and left soon after William came to see me after the surgery was done. I was sent home with a long list of do's and don'ts which William took seriously. After being home a while, Maddie came to visit to check on me. We weren't talking for very long before Maddie huffed. "I can't believe your husband left you alone in the hospital. What kind of husband does that?" I told him off for you. We women have to stick together against shitty husbands. I told her to stop overstepping where it doesn't concern her. William is supporting me. Yes, it would have been ideal to have him by my side, but our daughter needed him. I told him to be home with her until my surgery was done and I was able to go home. I told her I don't appreciate her comments at all, that it's not her place. I asked her to leave, and I haven't heard from her since. Update: AITA for telling my SIL to stop overstepping. Hey everyone, I wanted to give you all an update after my last post on the situation with Madison. Your outpouring of support and shared experiences meant the world to me. The aftermath of my surgery is rough. I'm physically recovering, but emotionally I feel like a balloon that is slowly deflating. William has been my rock through all this. He turned our house into a cozy nest complete with soft blankets, my favorite comfort foods, and a constant stream of gentle reassurances. Lizzie and I also spent a lot of time together. She read me her favorite story, changing the voices for each character. It was pure, unadulterated love and exactly what I needed. As for Madison, it's been 2 days since our conversation, and I admit I was worried. I didn't want to lose her friendship, but I also knew I needed to set boundaries. I was bracing myself for awkward family gatherings and whispered judgments. However, to my absolute surprise, yesterday afternoon there was a knock on the door. William opened the door, and it was Madison, looking incredibly nervous, holding a homemade lasagna. William invited her in and then took Lizzie to her room so we could talk. Maddie came in and sat down. She took a deep breath and then apologized. A genuine apology. She admitted that she had been projecting her own frustrations and unhappiness onto my situation. She confessed that seeing William's unwavering support for me, even when it looked different from what she expected, had made her confront the stark contrast in her own marriage. She explained that she'd been feeling increasingly isolated and undervalued by Jack. "I saw how William listened to you, how he prioritized your needs, and I realized I've been craving that kind of partnership for so long," she said, holding back tears. "I was so angry, not at you, but at myself for letting things get so bad. We talked for hours and ate the lasagna she brought. She told me about the little things, the daily slights, the feeling of being invisible. She spoke about longing for a connection, for someone to truly see her. I listened and offered what comfort I could. It was like a weight had been lifted from both of us. Then, the most wonderful thing happened. Later that evening, Jack came over. He looked tired. He apologized to me for Madison's overstepping, and then he turned to Madison and apologized to her. He admitted he had been taking her for granted and that he hadn't been a good husband or father. He said he wanted to change, to be better. He even brought a handwritten note, a sincere attempt at expressing his feelings. He asked Madison to go on a date with him, just the two of them. She looked at him, tears welling up in her eyes, and said yes. William offered to watch their kids on the day they picked since it's been a while since Lizzie had seen them. I was shocked when I heard him speak. Turns out he had been there since Jack arrived. He then made us all some of his famous hot chocolate, and they sat around the kitchen table talking. It was beautiful. Last update. Hey guys, I'm here to give a short update on my health and everything else. I'm recovering well. The physical pain is slowly subsiding, and the emotional wounds are healing faster than I expected. William has been anticipating my every need, which is nice considering he has to work and take on the things I can't do in my condition. Lizzie made me the most adorable get well card. I'm surrounded by love and support. From what Maddie told me, she and Jack decided to do couple therapy. She said Jack's making an effort to spend time with their children and her. He takes her out for dinners, and he's even helping with the housework. Since all this started, Maddie seems lighter and happier. She has shown incredible courage, and Jack has shown a willingness to change. I'm happy for them both. This whole experience has taught me the importance of communication, empathy, and the power of vulnerability. Sometimes, the most difficult conversations can lead to the most beautiful transformations. I'm so grateful for my husband and daughter. Thank you all again for your kind words and support. It means more than you know. I truly believe that good things can come from even the most challenging situations. And I am so happy to say my story has a happy ending. Thank you for everything, Reddit.